Remember that electric buzz, that surge of pure, unadulterated hope when the Lakers landed Luka Doncic, seemingly securing their future and giving LeBron James one last, glorious shot at a title? Well, what if I told you that even with two generational talents, the whispers haven't stopped? What if the insatiable hunger for more, for that next superstar, is already pushing the boundaries of what seems possible, conjuring up trade proposals so audacious they make you question reality? Are we witnessing the frantic machinations of a franchise desperate to secure LeBron's successor, or simply the fever dreams of a fan base perpetually chasing the next big thing, even if it means diving headfirst into the realm of the truly wild? The Los Angeles Lakers, a franchise synonymous with star power and championship aspirations, are rarely content to stand still. Even after what many would consider a monumental offseason, securing Luka Doncic to pair with LeBron James, the rumor mill never truly grinds to a halt. The dust has barely settled on the initial flurry of moves, yet the air is already thick with speculation, fueled by the relentless pursuit of perfection. Through his agent, Rich Paul, LeBron James has made his intentions crystal clear. He wants to compete for a championship this upcoming season. This isn't a long-term rebuild, it's a win-now mandate. The burning question that hangs over the Lakers' current roster is whether the formidable duo of James and Doncic, even with their combined brilliance, truly gives them a realistic chance to chase the NBA's elite in the 2025-26 season. It's a question that drives the fan base, the media, and undoubtedly the front office to constantly explore every conceivable avenue for improvement. This insatiable desire for more, for that final game-changing piece, has led to some truly eye-popping hypotheticals. Lakers insider Jovan Boha was recently confronted with one such wild fan trade proposal, a scenario that has the Lakers landing New Orleans Pelicans star Zion Williamson. This isn't just about bolstering the current roster, it's framed as a move with a longer timeline, positioning Williamson as a potential cornerstone, a true replacement for LeBron once the King finally decides to abdicate his throne in Hollywood. The sheer audacity of the proposal immediately grabs your attention. The Lakers sending Rui Hachimura, Maxi Kleber, Gabe Vincent, and a highly coveted 2031 first-round pick to the Pelicans in exchange for Williamson. On paper, for a fan, it sounds like a dream. But then reality sets in, and the immediate follow-up question screams from the rooftops. Why in the world would the Pelicans be motivated to do this deal? Unless, of course, their front office is actively looking for a way to move on from Williamson's massive 5-year, $197 million contract. A contract that, for all its promise, has been plagued by injury and off-court drama. Let's dive deeper into the feasibility, or lack thereof, of the Lakers making a surprise run at Williamson. On a surface level, any deal involving a player of Williamson's potential caliber would almost certainly require the Pelicans to push for a more significant, proven asset like Austin Reaves. Reaves has emerged as a vital component of the Lakers' core, a reliable third option, and a fan favorite. His absence from this proposed package immediately raises eyebrows. Logistically, the outlined trade, even without Reaves, would need significant adjustments or the inclusion of a third team to work within the stringent confines of the NBA salary cap. These aren't minor tweaks. These are fundamental structural changes that underscore how difficult it is to pull off such a blockbuster. Beyond the logistical nightmares, the fit on the court is a massive flashing red light. Jovan Boha, with his characteristic candor, weighed in on Williamson's questionable defensive fit alongside Luka Doncic, highlighting concerns that would keep any general manager up at night. "I don't think you're crazy," Boha explained during a recent YouTube episode, acknowledging the fans' creative thinking. "I will say Zion, Luka, and AR Reaves, and Ayton and whoever. I see some major concerns defensively. This is the crux of the issue. While the offensive potential of a Luka-Zion pairing is tantalizing, the defensive liabilities could be catastrophic." Boha went even further, suggesting a potential domino effect. "And I think if you traded for Zion, that probably means you need to move on from Austin, honestly. Because Zion and Luka, for as skilled and gifted and talented and dynamic, and just the production between those two, there are some real defensive concerns. Imagine the offensive fireworks, though. Bulha himself couldn't help but acknowledge the sheer brilliance that would unfold on that end of the floor. Offensively, it would be incredible. A Luka Zion pick and roll probably would be the best pick and roll in the NBA. The thought of Doncic's unparalleled passing vision, combined with Williamson's explosive athleticism and finishing ability, is enough to make any basketball purist salivate. It would be a highlight reel waiting to happen, a nightmare for opposing defenses. But, as Bulha cautiously concluded, I don't know. It could be worth the swing, I guess, especially if you're thinking more like future term, but the concerns with Williamson are the health, some of the decision-making off the court that he's had, and the defensive limitations. This is the cold, hard truth of Zion Williamson's career thus far. Immense talent overshadowed by persistent questions about his durability, his commitment to maintaining peak physical condition, and his overall defensive effort. For a Lakers team with championship aspirations, these aren't minor footnotes. They are potential deal breakers. Adding another layer of complexity to this already improbable scenario is the New Orleans Pelicans' unwavering stance on Zion Williamson. Despite the constant speculation and the frustrations that have occasionally surfaced regarding his availability, the Pelicans have consistently doubled down on their commitment to their young star. Williamson's 5-year, $197 million deal is slated to run through the 2027-28 NBA season, a significant financial commitment that ties him to the franchise for the foreseeable future. It's not as if the Pelicans would be able to make a major addition just by moving off of Williamson's deal. They would likely be pushing for a substantial package of picks and/or young high-upside players to cut ties with a talent of his magnitude. This perspective would only change if some of Williamson's current legal woes prove to be problematic enough to force the Pelicans' hand, but even then, such issues would likely make the big man unappealing to the Lakers as well, who prioritize character and stability. Pelicans Vice President Joe Dumars has been particularly vocal throughout the NBA offseason, reaffirming the team's dedication to Williamson. His words carry weight, coming from a respected figure in the league. "We've had lunch, dinner, watched playoff games together," Dumars told the Times-Picayune as reported by Hoops Hype. "We've done it all. I've had some real honest conversations with him. Some real direct and honest conversations. We're going to go forward with Zion. He's going to continue to be a focal point here as we go forward." These aren't the words of a front office looking to offload a disgruntled star. These are the words of a team trying to build around their perceived franchise cornerstone despite the challenges. This firm stance from New Orleans makes any trade scenario, especially one as lopsided as the fan proposal, seem even more remote. If this is indeed the beginning of the end for LeBron James in Hollywood, the idea of Zion Williamson adding excitement alongside Luka Doncic is undeniably appealing. The sheer star power, the highlight reel plays, the potential for a new era of Lakers basketball, it's all there in theory. However, the stark reality is that Williamson's immense potential seems to be far greater than his actual production through his first 6 NBA seasons. Injuries have limited him to just 114 games over his first 4 years, and while he played 70 games in his most recent season, the consistency of his availability and his defensive impact remain significant question marks. For a Lakers team that needs immediate, reliable contributions to maximize LeBron's final years and truly build around Luka, taking such a massive gamble on a player with a history of health and off-court concerns might be a risk too great, even for the allure of a potential superstar. Ultimately, while the idea of Zion Williamson in purple and gold alongside Luka Doncic is a tantalizing thought, a true dream scenario for many, the practicalities of such a deal are daunting. The Pelicans' unwavering commitment to Williamson, coupled with his injury history and defensive limitations, make this particular fan-fueled fantasy an uphill battle against reality. The Lakers' pursuit of greatness continues, but it will likely involve more grounded, less wild moves as they navigate the delicate balance of winning now and building for a post-LeBron future. So, Lakers Nation, does the thought of a Luka Zion pairing send shivers of excitement down your spine, or does the cold reality of Zion's health and defensive concerns bring you back down to earth? Is this the kind of bold, high-risk, high-reward swing you believe the Lakers should take? Or is it a pipe dream best left on the internet? Let us know your unfiltered thoughts in the comments below. Your passion, your insights, and your debates are what make this community truly special. And if you crave more deep dives into the wild world of NBA trade speculation, the relentless pursuit of championships, and every twist and turn of the Lakers' journey, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this conversation roaring.